Hello, hello, hello. Let's get this party started. Oh, sorry. I have been out of town today. Church, what are you doing? And I just got home. So give it a minute for people to come in. I think my husband's been doing something to my website that has to do with my YouTube because when I went live, I instantly got a message from my husband about being live and said I had to view it on the web. I didn't view it. Um, let's look to see what it does. Yes. Oh, my husband, he's currently going for a bike ride. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Congratulations. You're getting some good exercise. So I take it that means you don't have a load yet. So anyway, uh, Karen Reed was found not guilty. That was a shock. I haven't been following the case, but I've been hearing little bits about it. And yeah, she was found not guilty. Wow. And then we lost the lady that, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. But the lady that did Worst Cooks of America, that show, uh, she passed away. She had a heart attack and diabetes or something. Let's get our sage going so we don't have anything bad happening here. Oh, church, don't walk on my keyboard. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? GeForce Explorer. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to turn off this GeForce thing. There it went. Okay, sorry. My cat walked on my keyboard and he doesn't know what he's doing when he walks on the keyboard. He types all kinds of weird stuff on there. The other day, well, it's not going to light. Do I have any matches in here? No. Hold, please. I'll be right back. I had to go get a box of matches. I quit smoking a year and a half ago, and my lighters that I had on hand are about to run out. I guess my matches are too. Ah! That didn't work out so good. So last night, well, yesterday was our wonderful President Trump's birthday. And I saw on X where his granddaughter had put a post up wishing him a happy birthday. So I wished President Trump a happy birthday. I told him he was a wonderful person for our country. And I asked him to please do something about the harassment and all the crap that's happening on the YouTube streets. Let me see if I could find hold on. First let me put this on the screen. And then I'm going to look up I'm going on another YouTube channel. Hold on. Nope, that's not the right one. She made her post private. Okay. Last night, here it is. Okay. Let me find it over here. Drop this. Let me put some music on. I'll just show you what happened last night. I saw it happen because I had gotten off of the channel I was on.
My man's been working so hard lately, wants to give me so much more than
And
ever dreamed, but just to hold him close is such a luxury. I have his heart and that's enough for me.
now this is J.S. for Justice's channel,
There are these days
her web channel. She, right here, is screen sniping Brittany's channel as it's happening. And she's playing it just a few minutes behind Brittany. I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do it. I just pulled up her channel.
Yeah, she did. She accused Nana of lying about her husband dying, and he didn't even die. And that she said he didn't even she didn't even think he died, right? And then she said, how did she say it? She didn't say he didn't even die like that, but she said, I don't believe it. Sorry, not sorry. All gloating, right? Like he just didn't even die. And it's like,
Oh, I love Death Wish.
and then they go looking for a damn obituary. What is wrong with you? You're not owed an obituary. You're not owed any of that. That's her husband. He absolutely was real, and he absolutely, my kids, everything. She puts us in harm's way every day. This person right here.
Because
This is where I came into the channel.
And I promise you, your day is coming. That's not a threat. I'm telling you, within the confines of the law, your day is. I'm gonna go because I really thoroughly. I want to said that she would support sending them back on the same boat they came over on. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
That's not mine.
Give it to God.
Hey, my comment to Brittany was in this area somewhere.
I don't know, but I sure would like to know, Joan, if there's anybody that can help me.
I'm going to show you.
That I would please consider emailing me. If anybody, I need all the help I can get. Two black cats, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the green team. Trigger, thank you for gifting. They want to sit there and straight up freaking bash me about my membership, so I'll go ahead and do my intro. Thank you everybody for being here. Please take a second, click that thumbs up. I don't care.
Irony
don't
Rose.
Even give her,
don't hold
don't
back.
Even give her the
Let it rip.
Let's not even give her the advertisement. If you can, just please click that thumbs up. Photos of children on
Looking
Facebook. Hey, Samantha Joy. These people are giving major thought. Yeah, they are. Oh, God. And there's Catherine X. Catherine X. Hey, Samantha Joy. These people are giving major thought. Yeah, they are. Oh, God. And there's Catherine X. Catherine X. I'm not even reading your comment. You are an OG. Lips, is that who you're talking about, lad? And blonde hair, because that's the one she...
everywhere. Scrolling, which is Christina Randall's tagline.
Appreciate that. Jeanette, I got it. It's on Call It As a C. Liberty, things are off. Kelsey said she said Harley Quinn, but gave Idaho realness. I mean, when you sharing folks' houses and stuff like that.
Okay, so we studied it early.
I'm sorry, I can't find the thing. I should have had it queued up, but I've been out of town all day.
Brandy wine.
Here, and it helps. So triggered. I cannot believe that you got the nerve to come into my chat. You. Yeah, I agree, Daddy. I agree. It's not true, so I don't know what to tell you. And I just blocked that broad. Like, did they come back to just not watch me when I go live? Why do you have to watch me every single time I go?
That music sounds so much better sped up.
I mean, when you shit.
I didn't see Joneses, so it was before that.
Hold on 1 minute. God. So they're now victims of racism because of that. Said that she would support sending them back on the same boat they came over on. Yes, she did.
Over. You owe me.
Please take a second, click that thumbs up.
Okay, I saw this.
Who is that? Happy holidays.
That Chef Ann Burrell is who I was talking
Oh,
about.
I am,
Rest in
Ben.
peace.
I am.
Brett. Jackie O talked about holding his scalp on. Yeah.
I'm just going to have
it
to
was
let
pretty
it play
cool.
for a minute.
They actually had this really, really old guy that was there, and he could barely speak. He's so old, but he was there testifying. Yeah, we should do that. I was thinking that would be like a cool like Saturday, like if it's rainy or something, like a Saturday afternoon. I don't know. When do you guys want to do it? Where does Brain go? Right. There's autopsy photos that are missing. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. Maybe it's frozen somewhere, Tara. Yeah, I mean, the real life stuff is what really fucking intrigues. That stuff intrigues me. Georgia Dog, where are you? Can you bring me paper towels? Okay, she's whining. Let's see what she's whining about. They said there was 2 gunshots. You're too damn old, Jay.
Clue and Cletus, since we know you're watching, why don't you stop sending your trolls in here? 3 years to dig something up on you. That should say a lot about how incompetent she is. Laggin, what did she dig up? Oh, somebody said today.
What'd she
I wanted
dig?
to tell you guys this too, because I find this comical, and any mod that's with me could tell you that this is laughable. But somebody said today that they can't wait until my mods drop all the proof of what I'm like, drop all the proof of the dirty things I'm doing behind the scenes. And I told her, I was like, well, you're going to be waiting for an eternity because I'm not doing anything dirty behind the scenes. Never have. And it's just the fact that these people really believe that
your mod chats say different.
There's a lot going on. I'm engaging in a lot of bad things privately behind the scenes. It just kind of makes me chuckle because you're gonna be disappointed
because I'm lying.
And sad to say, like this big grand finale shockwave you think you're gonna get is gonna fall flat because
we got to look at
no matter
Angela's
what mod
thing.
you talk to that's ever left my channel, they don't.
I didn't see her do Angela.
Dirty stuff behind the scenes. I don't do dirty stuff publicly. I don't do it privately. I don't do it, and it's unfortunate that so many of these people have just kind of just swallowed these lies that are perpetuated and told on me constantly, and it's like it's not true. So I don't know what to tell you, and I just blocked that broad. Like.
Can laugh.
Oh my gosh. Brett.
I'm just going to go through a couple seconds until I get there.
She's still got all of our names in her mouth.
They won't.
Come and go. I start thinking.
There's a lot going on.
All of this is going to.
Photos of children on
looking
Facebook. Me of being anti.
That music sounds so much better.
Streets. No, I didn't get that part. But anyway, I cannot. And she's like, the fact that she doesn't have any. Kelsey said she's
Was I not really in the hurricane? Like, how do you grift when you're in a fucking natural disaster? Wish. Because it's the... They're not the smartest. Phillips reviewing address, shipping. I need to find up in Discord.
It's gonna make that
Smoke it tonight. Liar.
To feel free. Give me a minute. I did. Sure. I want you to know if you're here.
I don't know where I was in Brittany's video. I know she was shortly after she was complaining about Brandy, or shortly after Brandy Wine came in.
Thank God you seen the light of day.
And said I was sued by the Watch.
All right.
I didn't see any
Why
of
is
this.
she even playing this? Are from over here. For the most part. Let's see what our participants look like. I've never seen that. Ooh, I just sounded like Beach. We got 943 watching. 914 likes. I want to see something. Let's see what our participants look like. I've never... Young. And she, you know...
Let's just watch
Is
it.
an old
Just after
bitch.
Brandy Wine, because I put my
Can
post.
get in trouble, it's you. How dare you share photos of my kids?
You're too damn old, Jay.
School pictures of my kids.
Asked on X.
Hey, don't. There it is.
Nan, go get some fresh air.
Look at
God.
this. It's fixing
Mm.
to happen.
I don't know, but I sure would like to know, Joan, if there's anybody that can help me, that I would please consider emailing me. If anybody, you know, I need all the help I can get. Two black cats, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the green team. Trigger, thank you for gifting. They want to sit there and straight up freaking bash me about my membership, so I'll go ahead and do my intro. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Please take a second, click that thumbs up. I don't care. Amelia.
Irony
Don't even
Rose.
give her.
Don't hold
Don't even
back.
give her the
Let it
advertisement.
rip.
Let's not even give her the advertisement. If you can, just please click that thumbs up and.
Where
Black
is
Cats,
where
I
is
appreciate
Ivy
your
League?
support, guys? If you want to become a member, I have the link pinned. It's not expected, but it's always appreciated. It helps more
Then
than
you
you
know.
guys know. And it means a lot. We've got a
Oh.
lot of attacks on us. Yeah, I saw.
Pipsqueak said, I come and go. I start thinking you're honest,
What are
and
you
then you
biting
lie about
my
dumb
finger
shit
for?
like being married.
that. So there's two. Not only do we have Jay and Clue and all of these weird people, but Julie Skolnick as well. I
Julie!
don't know what her deal is, but like,
Shout
she's one
out
of the
to
people that-
Julie.
She's basically bashing my religion at this point. Britt, I sent you what to do. They will help you. They don't
You're bashing her religion, Julie. Did you hear that?
take this stuff lightly, please. I definitely will. I mean, I'll do anything. I mean, because any suggestions, help, all that means a lot. Yeah, because the stuff that Julie's running with is bold lies. Get Locker says, Brittany, when I wish President Trump happy birthday today, I asked him to put a stop to this mess. I asked on X.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that to put a stop to this mess. I asked on.
Get lockered, Nan. Brittany, when I wished President Trump a happy birthday today, I asked him to put a stop to that mess. I asked on X. Nan, go get some fresh air. You're asking the President of the United States on X to put a stop to the fucking harassment that allegedly with Brittany J, in my opinion, is getting on YouTube. No wonder these fuckers believe at night. No wonder. Get lockered. She needs to get lockered. Someone put her in a locker. She's too stupid for words.
On X. Birthday today, I asked him to put a stop to this mess. I asked on X. Yeah, that I get it. I mean, hopefully something would. I don't even know breaking chains like that. So now that person, listen, it's all about money for these people, y'all. Money and views. They're seeing these channels are seeing, Clue and Jay and all these people getting lots of views and money from harassing me. So all these other channels are coming on board too
Harassing?
and taking part. It's so, I mean, it's worse than Betty. It's worse than what
Oh,
they did to
let's
Betty.
check.
It's absolutely, I mean, at least with Betty, it was like spaced out. It wasn't, 1,000 channels.
Quite
It's
a
all
few.
about money. There's nothing else.
Okay. So you see there that James for Justice, who doesn't know me and just has no idea that Get Lockered is storage lockers that I buy and resell things out of. I'm sorry, baby. And just because I'm trying to help Brittany, and it came up on X that President Trump's daughter was wishing him a happy birthday. I know when X used to be Twitter, President Trump loved Twitter, and he tweeted stuff. I don't follow President Trump on Twitter or X or anything, but his granddaughter happened to put up the post, and I saw it. So I wished him a happy birthday. That's a polite thing to do as an American citizen. I let Brittany know that I asked President Trump to help put a stop to this. Somebody's got to. How's he going to know the junk that's going on and the evil that is in this country if somebody doesn't point it out? And then J is for Justice goes and tells me I'm stupid. I'm too stupid to be on YouTube. I need to be in a locker. Somebody needs to put me in a locker. J is for Justice, why don't you just shut the heck up? You don't know me from Adam. When you want to come over here and sub up to my channel, then you can talk on my channel. Until then, you keep my name out of your mouth. Unless you're asking people to come over and visit my channel. You keep my name out of your mouth. All right. Now, let's get to what we're here for. Turn the music down a little bit. It was a little bit loud. I'm sorry. I haven't been on Brittany J's channel in a long time. Like a couple weeks. I haven't been able to get on her channel. Not because there's something wrong with the channel or anything like that. It's just life hasn't allowed me the time to get on her channel. I'm not being ugly. I'm not being rude. I'm not being hateful. I just haven't been there. A lot of it has to do with people over there accusing me of going to the blue side. And I never went to the Blue Jay side. No. I walked down the middle of the road. That's the way I am for presidential candidates too. Whenever if we're going to go political. When I vote for who I feel is going to do the best for the country. And who I vote for is between me and the piece of paper I write it on. Which side of the street I want to walk on, that's on my shoulders. If I want to be green team, I'm green team. If I follow, I was going through today, I found my whole list of subscribers. I was told by somebody on the Blue Jays team that she had subbed up to my channel. She went on one of my community post things and said that she subbed up to my channel. And I thanked her. She never came on my channel. I never went and subbed up to her channel. But then when I was looking at yesterday, I found a thing where I can see everybody who's a member of my channel. You know, my moderator hadn't even subbed up. And neither has the person on the Blue Jays side that told me she subbed up. She didn't sub up. Unless her name's Siri. Somebody named Siri subbed up about that time. But I happen to know that that person's name is not Siri. And I didn't sub up to that person's channel. There are 4 people that I know of that are on, that I didn't even know had subbed up to my channel. But they're on beautiful Blue Jay side. 4 people that I know of. but they've never come on my channel and caused problems. I think they like the thrifting side of it, which is fine. If you're only here as a member of my channel to like the thrifting side, thank you for being here. You get a thrifting video every Sunday because I don't go live on Sundays. And I can't afford anymore since I don't have the one client that was sending me $500 or buying $500 worth of merchandise that I was purchasing at the Goodwills every month. So she was paying her monthly bill every month. I don't have that subscriber anymore because I told her I couldn't store all her stuff in my house after she was paying for it. I told her she had to have it shipped. She didn't. There's 2 boxes that I opened back up that are going in a yard sale because she didn't pay to have them shipped, and I stored them. So I stopped the storage after. Told her she had till June 1st. June 1st, I no longer paid her storage. So she lost those 2 boxes out of 56 boxes, mind you. 56 boxes that she had stored in my house. So I didn't have room for my stuff. And I got to where I was so stressed out over taking care of her stuff that I wasn't getting my stuff listed on eBay. I wasn't getting my stuff listed on my e-commerce site. I had completely forgot how to list on my e-commerce site. I still don't know how. My husband would have to talk me through it if I was to list on there. I know how to take it off of eBay and put it on my e-commerce site. My e-commerce, I'll put it up here for you. My website. All right. That's my website. And I'm also on, well, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. I was trying to get adjusted and I stepped on his toe. Okay, so let's go to the heart of the story. Reality Wins was in chat yesterday, and she told me about this husband of a missing pregnant wife admits he unalived her during an argument. I told Reality that I would look into it, and as soon as I got off the live last night, before I even ate my supper, I went and looked it up. This is a sad story. So, let me see. I don't know if that made that a pinned comment in the chat or not. So anyway, so let's we did our fair use disclaimer. So let's share screen. All right. So this is from military.com. And months after pregnant Army spouse disappears in Hawaii, her husband is charged with unaliving her. U.S. Army helicopters assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade fly information during the 25th Infantry Division review over Sheffield Barracks, Hawaii, October 31st, 2019. Ryan DeBuy, U.S. Army. Okay, this is military by Thomas Novelly. It was November 7, 2024 at 5:48 p.m. Eastern Time. I know you have to go back in time to get to the present. It just happens that way. And here's a listen. It's 3 minutes. It's sound only.
Months after pregnant Army spouse disappeared in Hawaii, her husband is charged with murder. A junior enlisted Army soldier stationed in Hawaii was charged Wednesday with murdering his pregnant wife, months after the private first class was detained following her disappearance. The murder count and other charges, including several filed in August, were brought against Private First Class Dwayne Arthur Johnson II of Frederick, Maryland, as the investigation continues into the disappearance of his wife, Misha Johnson, who was 6 months pregnant when she vanished from her Schofield Barracks home on July 31st. The general nature of the additional charges are for the murder of Misha Johnson, intentionally killing her unborn child, obstruction of justice, and the possession of child pornography. Michelle McCaskill, a spokesperson for the Army Office of Special Trial Counsel, told Military.com in an emailed statement on Thursday. Johnson faces 4 additional charges with 5 Morel specifications under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, including violations of Article 118, Article 119A, Article 131B and Article 134, according to McCaskill. In August, he was charged with 14 counts on 3 charges, including providing false official statements, obstruction of justice, and production and distribution of child pornography. The junior enlisted soldier is currently in pretrial confinement, McCaskill said, as he's awaiting a preliminary hearing, a requirement for charges being preferred under Article 32 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. If the charges are referred following the hearing, Johnson could face an arraignment, pretrial hearing and trial. The charges are allegations, and Private First Class Johnson is presumed innocent unless proven guilty, McCaskill said, adding that the investigation is ongoing. Johnson has been in pretrial confinement since August 19, Military.com previously reported, and faced the initial charges but was not charged with murder of his wife or the killing of the unborn child at that time. He is a cavalry scout with the 25th Infantry Division at Schofield Barracks who was married to 19-year-old Misha Johnson. The Army Criminal Investigation Division offered a $10,000 reward for any information relating to her disappearance in August and described.
So, I don't want to get in trouble for using too much of the copyrighted material. I'm sorry, baby. So, there's only 40 more seconds.
Described her as 5 feet 2 inches, approximately 170 pounds, 6 months pregnant, and of Filipino descent. No other details about the additional charges or the case were disclosed by McCaskill. Members of Misha Johnson's family have previously spoken out about their sorrow to Military.com and on social media. She was so excited to be a housewife and to live her dream, the woman's older sister, Mariana Tapes, said on an Instagram live stream in August. She was so happy. The Army Criminal Investigation Division is asking for anyone with information about the case to contact the service's SID Pacific Field Office at 808-208-0559 or through sid.army.mil/tips.
Okay, he just read all this. So there's nothing more on that particular page. So he was not very happy with his life or very happy being in the military or here it says right here, breaking news, Karen Reed found not guilty for unaliving in second trial. Was she found guilty in the first one? I don't know. I haven't followed the Karen Reed story. I've heard bits and pieces about it, so I don't know enough to talk about it. If you want to know about it, please look up Jennifer Coffindaffer, Jen Coffindaffer. I think she's been following the story almost live daily. She's also following Diddy, P. Diddy. So here we have husband of missing pregnant woman admits he unalived her during an argument. Let's see what this has to say. Where's my sound?
Who went missing last July. Her soldier husband admitted to killing her out of rage. We warn you, some of the details in this story are disturbing. Stephen Farina.
You think she was charged? Okay. I don't know. I didn't watch it. What? You can't use that mouse. Okay. So anyway, voluntary man, it ain't laughter. It ain't laughter.
Reno reports.
Cameras were not allowed at the courtroom at Wheeler. However, we did watch a live feed from here at Schofield Barracks. This is the first time we have your first class Dwayne Johnson. I can tell you he did look proper in the courtroom. He was clean cut, clean shaven. He had his full dress uniform on, and he was very polite to the judge. Answered, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But he was very stoic and emotionless when talking about the night he killed the woman he called the love of his life. And we warn you, some of these details are graphic. Johnson's wife, 19-year-old Misha Johnson, reported missing on August 1st last year. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. In court today, PFC Johnson said on July 12th, the two argued because Misha accused him of cheating and threatened to keep his baby's life. Johnson said that made him overwhelmed with rage, and he grabbed the machete he kept next to his bed and struck Misha in the left temple. He said he wanted to hurt her, but he did not intend to kill her. PFC Johnson admitted he dismembered her body, put her body pieces in trash bags, and threw her in a dumpster at his unit on Schofield Barracks. He said he thought he did that because it would be easier for the body to not be found, and he also knew that that dumpster was going straight to the incinerator. I want to go back to the mood in the courtroom. Johnson, again, emotionless and cold when he's describing what happened. The gallery, however, was the exact opposite. They were very emotional. They gasped and they cried when they heard what happened. One woman was crying so much, crying hysterically, that she needed to go out and seek medical attention. PFC Johnson faces 10 to 20 years for each of those charges of voluntary manslaughter and death of an unborn child. Sentencing is scheduled to continue tomorrow. Reporting from Schofield Barracks, Stephen Florino, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Wow. Wow. He's not very nice, is he? Well, he didn't make it past private first class, I'll tell you. I can almost guarantee you that man is no longer. I think he got a very dishonorable discharge. Very dishonorable discharge. If he did not get a dishonorable discharge, there's something to be said about our military. But then again, you got to think about this. His sentencing and his trial and all that stuff happened during the last presidency under President Biden. Where under President Biden, people could do anything they want and they wouldn't get in trouble. In my opinion. All right. The next one to say, soldier details grisly unaliving and disment of pregnant wife before sentencing. I'm sorry. She was a very pretty lady. And if you look at him, he wasn't too bad looking of a young man. This is from the reporting station called 2Fab. Never heard of it before reading this information. And they talk about the most popular what's going on. The man admitted to attacking her with a machete before using a chainsaw on her body. The victim's family, meanwhile, claims He then used dating apps to talk to 18 women while her BLOOD was still wet under their floors. Wow. A graphic confession came from a U.S. Army soldier in Hawaii this week as PFC Dwayne Johnson II revealed the grisly details of his pregnant wife's unaliving as part of a plea deal. Initially charged with unaliving, Johnson pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter, obstruction of justice, and providing false official statements. Additionally, per an Army press release, charges of possession of child pornography and production and distribution of child pornography were dismissed. No way. He was given 23 years, the maximum sentence possible for the charge. What? What? Okay. His rank was also reduced private, will forfeit pay and allowances and be dishonorably discharged. That's what I thought. His wife, 19-year-old Mishka Johnson, went missing while 6 months pregnant back in July 2024. Her body has still not been found and presumed incinerated. Per the Army's press release, Johnson and his wife were at their home at the Schofield Barracks in Oahu when they began arguing, and then things escalated to violence. In court this week, according to Island News, Johnson said Mishka accused him of cheating. He reportedly said he picked up a machete, and as he told her, their child would never know he existed. I just snapped. I hit her and she fell straight down. I couldn't believe what I just did. I unalived the love of my life and my baby. He said, revealing the machete got stuck in her temple. I was overwhelmed with rage. I couldn't picture my life without my child. I didn't know why I got so mad. I should not have done it. Yeah, think? Yeah, you tell them. Hawaii News Now reports he said he tried to dismember her body with the machete, but couldn't. So he bought a chainsaw. He reportedly admitted to cutting off her arms and legs, keeping her head and torso intact, before placing them in 3 separate trash bags and tossing them into a dumpster. He knew the trash would be incinerated. My wife didn't deserve that. She wasn't trash, he said. I hate myself for what I did every day. He didn't report her missing for another 2 weeks. On July 31st, 2024, as per the Army, even participated with the community search parties that spanned the island and to look for her. He also reportedly used her phone in that time, impersonating her to family members and search of their home. However, later found BLOOD, DNA, and other forensic evidence, which led to his arrest on August 27th. A special agent claimed Johnson also messaged 18 different women on a dating app after his wife was unalived. While a search of his phone came back with photos of him in situations with other women, as well as alleged child pornography. He and that woman, the agent testified, were allegedly talking about getting married and having a life together. He had been on a dating app and reached out to 18 women while his sisters BLOOD, while my sisters BLOOD was still wet under their floors. Mishka's sister Marinara Topaz told Hawaii News Now, "That was disgusting." On the stand, Justin apologized to her family, saying, "They both deserve so much more. I failed as a husband. I failed as a father. I failed as a man. I'll forever be sorry." I thought I got a text message. Maybe I got an email from YouTube. Nope, it just says my channel's live. Okay. So, I mean, there's nothing more on here. This is the Anne Burrell, who passed away yesterday at 55 years old. She was the star of Worst Cooks in America, and she helped learn them how to cook better. Rest in peace. Man, you are a wonderful TV influencer. Okay, now we're going to go over to Stars and Stripes. I'd heard of these military newspapers, but I hadn't ever felt reason to look things up on them. Together we stand strong. Service and sacrifice truly matter. I guess this guy made a sacrifice, didn't he? Okay. Based on Hawaii-based soldier sentenced to 23 years for unaliving, dismembering pregnant wife. There he is in uniform. U.S. Army PFC Dwayne Johnson sits with his teammates during an exercise at Hilamano Military Reservation, Hawaii in November 2023. Joshua Limpet, U.S. Army. Okay. Here's another 3-minute listen. Let's see if it's the same one we heard before.
Hawaii-based soldier sentenced to 23 years for killing, dismembering pregnant wife. Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. The Hawaii-based soldier who killed his pregnant wife and disposed of her body in an incinerator last summer on Oahu was sentenced Thursday to 23 years in prison, the maximum possible under the terms of a deal in which he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter. During the sentencing,
I can't believe that. They let him plea bargain out and only take 23 years.
At the Wheeler Army Airfield Courthouse, Judge Rebecca Farrell said she imposed the maximum sentence on Private First Class Dwayne Johnson to 29 due to particularly aggravating facts in the case. He had also pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice and providing false official statements. Johnson admitted in court Tuesday that he killed 19-year-old Misha Johnson, who was 6 months pregnant, during a heated argument on July 12. He struck her head with a machete in the bedroom of the home they shared on Schofield Barracks in central Oahu. Over the next few days, he purchased a chainsaw, cut off her arms, legs and head, stashed them separately in garbage bags and tossed them into a dumpster used by his unit on the base. That dumpster is emptied directly into the island's solid waste incinerator. Her body has not been found. Johnson concocted a complex scheme intended to fool his wife's family and friends into believing she was alive as he dismembered her body and destroyed evidence. On August 1st, he reported her missing, telling law enforcement that she was depressed and possibly suicidal. Army units at Schofield conducted numerous searches on and around the base, searches led at times by Johnson. During closing statements Wednesday, Johnson's defense team argued that the minimum sentence of 18 years was sufficient to rehabilitate him and render him no longer a threat to society. Farrell, however, said the maximum was warranted for a number of reasons. Misha Johnson was particularly vulnerable as a pregnant woman who lived on a military base and depended on her husband for her well-being, she said. Johnson's desecration of his wife's body was particularly gruesome, an act that not only deprived her family of her life, but also robbed them of her remains for a funeral or a final resting place, Farrell said. Johnson's lies also adversely affected training, readiness and trust among the soldiers in units that spent long hours over many days in futile searches, she said. Johnson, cavalry scout assigned to the 3rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 25th Infantry Division, will serve his sentence at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. He will receive a dishonorable discharge as part of the plea deal. While no amount of confinement will ever be able to truly ease the pain of the loss of Ms. Johnson and her unborn child for her family and friends, it is my hope that Private First Class Johnson's admissions of guilt and the
Henry, are you there? I can't hear you at all. I'm doing the live. I'll call you back as soon as I get finished, okay? Okay, sorry for that.
information he provided as part of the plea agreement can provide some element of closure and finality for the family and all stakeholders. Lieutenant Colonel Nicholas Hurd, the lead prosecutor, said in a news release Thursday.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm sorry I woke you up. The phone rang. I had to answer it. And I used the hand I was holding you with to answer it. Did your daddy come home? Okay. So the next one, the last one I've got, is also from Stars and Stripes. Imagine that. Family of pregnant woman unalived by Army private expresses grief in court. She was very pretty. She was very pretty. She didn't look like she was only 19 years old. Misha Johnson was 6 months pregnant on August 1st, 2024, when her husband reported her missing from their home on Schofield Barracks in central Oahu, Honolulu Police Department. Okay, this is a 4-minute listen. Well, 3-minute, 52 seconds listen.
Family of pregnant woman slain by Army private expresses grief in court. Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Army Private First Class Dwayne A. Johnson II said in a Hawaii courtroom Wednesday that he hated himself every day for killing his wife and unborn child in a rage last summer. There are no words strong enough to express the pain I feel for what I did, Johnson said as he read from a written statement in the Wheeler Army Airfield Courthouse during the second day of a court-martial in which he has pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter in the deaths of Misha Johnson and the fetus she carried. The sentencing phase began Wednesday, and Judge Rebecca Farrell is scheduled on Thursday morning to impose a sentence of 18 to 23 years based on a plea agreement. I loved Misha and my unborn child more than anything, Johnson said, sobbing at times. There's nothing I can say, nothing I can do to take away what I did. Johnson's words of remorse, however, were undercut by the prosecution's next witness, an Army Criminal Investigation Division agent who testified that Johnson continued to seek women through a dating app, even as he concocted a complex scheme to fool family and friends into thinking his wife was alive as he dismembered her body and destroyed evidence. Johnson admitted in court Tuesday that he had killed her on July 12 with a blow to the head with a machete in the bedroom of the home they shared on Schofield Barracks. He then spent the next 19 days posing as Misha in text messages and social media posts as he disposed of evidence. On August 1st, he called 911 and reported her missing as of that day. Special Agent Chelsea Banks also testified that Sid had obtained a video of Johnson having sex with a woman during.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't know that was coming up.
During those 19 days in the very bedroom in which he had killed his wife. Johnson has also pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice and providing false official statements. A charge for possession of child pornography and the production and distribution of child pornography was dropped under the plea deal. Close family members testified or read written statements describing Misha Johnson's persona and how her loss has affected them. She followed me around, like little sisters are supposed to do, older sister Mariana Tapes said of their childhood. She was someone you could call if you were having a bad day. Misha made everything better, Tapes said. Now there will always be an empty seat at our family gatherings, she said. A prosecutor asked Tapes how she felt when she heard that Johnson had dismembered her sister with a chainsaw, bagged up the pieces and threw them in a dumpster used by his unit on Schofield Barracks. She paused before looking at Johnson seated by his attorneys. I don't know how you can tell us you loved her after doing a thing like that, she said. To audible gasps in the spectators' gallery, the prosecutor placed a photo of the incinerator into which the dumpster was emptied and her remains destroyed. Frances Tapes, Misha's mother, described her as loving, caring, and helpful. Mom, do you need something? She recalled her daughter frequently asking, Mom, are you okay? I'm in pain, I am hurting, she said in court. I miss Misha. Her death has been like losing a piece of yourself that only she could bring to life, Tapes said as she broke into loud sobs. The harsh reality is that time isn't always a healer, she said. Johnson's father and 3 brothers testified via phone from Maryland, each saying they would support his return to society when he completed his sentence. I know he has potential to be a better person, Devin Johnson said of his older brother. I've seen the difference, he said. He's making steps to be a better person.
Well, after all that, his family still stands behind him. Well, if God can forgive him, so can I. But that don't mean I'm going to forget. He's not going to be on my best friends list. That's what he just read.
We're the heavy lift platform for the Army. We can carry the most weight internally and externally. We have 3 hooks on the bottom. We're rated up to 50,000 pounds total weight on takeoff. We've done that quite a bit during deployment and even here stateside for relief efforts. We are a combat platform, and we're also utilized extensively here in the U.S. to assist in humanitarian aid as needed. We move personnel, equipment, supplies as needed. There's some video.
Well, I guess we're not going to watch that. I didn't want to learn about it in military aircraft anyway. So, page over here. My page got out of line. There we go. All right. So, I mean, that is a sad, sad story. I didn't know anything about the case, and I'm glad to know now that it was a newsworthy story. So, and as for the Jays for Justice talking about me crap like she did last night, you know, she doesn't know me. So she's just running her mouth to be running her mouth, and it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. She can say what she wants about me. Because I know who I am. And I know I don't approve of all the harassment and doxing and all the other crap that's been going on these YouTube streams. And if I can get the FBI to help, or if I can get President Trump to help, put a stop to it. If me commenting to them on X can help, I'm going to do it. I have just as much right to the X platform and just as much right to the YouTube platform as you do. And Jays for Justice, as for getting out and getting fresh air, I did. I went to another city today. I left the town I live in, went to another town, and got some things cleared up about yesterday's live. And some tears were shed by me, which very seldom ever happens. But when you care about something, when you care about someone, it's what's going to happen. So anyway, yeah, I went and got fresh air. And as for being shoved in a locker, as soon as I can afford to buy another one, I sure will. I'll shove myself in there to get the treasures out so I can sell them to people like you on the internet. Go to my channel, Jays for Justice. Go to getlocker.com. You can have 20% off your first purchase. If you like antiques and vintage items, go. Or go to my YouTube. Not YouTube, eBay. Go to my eBay. I'll even give you the information. Here. Let me dox myself, girl. Let me dox myself. eBay, YouTube, website, and email. You can have it all. You can have it all. I will dox myself. Jays for Justice, you ain't got nothing nice to say? Keep my name out your mouth. Thank you. Now, that being said, I will support people being harassed because I will not put up with it. And the people being harassed are the underdogs. And I've been the underdog all my life. And I'm going to do what I can to help make the underdog stronger. There used to be a cartoon about underdogs. He was a super flying hero. He looked like Snoopy in a roundabout way. Like the old Snoopy. But, so, about yesterday's live, I got some of that cleared up. And my moderator was right in a comment she made. And it was just somebody didn't want me being friends with other people. Somebody didn't want me to be friends with somebody they were friends with. And I said, if it comes to you being friends with that person or you being friends with me, let me know. I'll back away. I'm not going to get in the middle of anybody's friendship on purpose. I've been there. I have a very good friend who lost a very good friend, a lifelong friend, because she's friends with me. The person that walked away, it's their loss. You were right. Yes, ma'am, you were right. Yes, ma'am. You were so very right. And I went to one of the person's house today, and I asked, politely. I wasn't ugly. I wasn't mean. I was invited over to that person's house this morning. I got up and there was a message on my messenger that said, come see me. I am so lonely. Thank you. But you know, it helped. It helped to talk about it without mentioning any names. I was able to talk about it and think about it. And I didn't have to go spread it all over the book face, because you put something on the book face and it's going to get screwed up and torn backwards and upside down, and it is what it is. But that being said, I did see a post that President Trump's granddaughter put up for wishing him a happy birthday. I wished him a happy birthday, and I asked him to do something and put a stop to all this harassment and slander and stuff that's going on YouTube. I did. Jace for Justice told me I was stupid and I need to be shoved in a locker and I need to get fresh air. If you didn't see the beginning of my video, you can go back and look, because I spent 2 or 3 minutes looking it up, but I found the piece that I clipped it into my video. So, yeah. But what I didn't hear until today was that Jace for Justice. I think it was Jace for Justice. I'm not going to say it was because I was looking for my comment on Brittany's channel, and I heard Brittany talking about somebody that said that they did not believe that Nana's Dragonfly's husband had passed away. They thought Nana was lying. There was somebody that was a beautiful blue jay. And I'll tell you what, that beautiful blue jay better hope she keeps Nana Dragonfly. Reality wins. Brittany's name out their mouth. I can't do anything personally. I can't. And I won't. I'm not that person. But I've already heard it said that legal actions will be taken. So, yeah. And I think I'm going to go back to the post and report it where Jace for Justice said that nasty shit to me. Sorry about my language. I don't normally talk like that, but it just hit me wrong. I'm not mad. I'm not hurt. I'm not complaining. I'm not whining. I'm not making drama. I'm just saying. I want to help people. And I'll do what I can. If I think something I'm doing is going to help somebody, I'm going to try to do it. If you want to call me stupid for trying to do it, that's on you. Not on me. All right, so I'm going to... Don't sniff the incense, kitty. So I'm going to get off here and figure out something for tomorrow's live stream. I need to go down and clean up my bedroom because I think my dogs are done shedding for the season and I can get their dog hair from around the crates cleaned up. I think I'm going to go do that. Get my mind off of things. Now that I feel better about what happened yesterday, what we were talking about yesterday. And you be king back there. You go be king. You both go be king. Okay. So do something nice for someone, even if it's just be the reason they smile today, because you make me smile by being here. Thank you. Bless you. Have a wonderful evening and get locked.